guys, I'm here for another video, and today I'm here with my beautiful wife, Miss Bruna, and she's going to be the star today because she does something very interesting to defend the Berimbolo that I've also taught in classes, and I think it's super simple, and I'm always surprised that more people don't do it because people tend to get intimidated by the Berimbolo, and I think one of the simplest ways to stop the Berimbolo is to have a strong single leg X guard. So this is assuming you get swept, right? There's ways to stop the Berimbolo preemptively, where you just don't allow yourself to get swept. You have a strong de la riva passing game, strong posture, strong redirections, and a bunch of different things. Reverse knee cuts, there's plenty of those. And if you want to see stuff like that, please let me know in the comments and I'll make more videos. I've done some de la riva passing stuff, but I'd be happy to do more. But one of the simplest things, as I said, that I do all the time, because my favorite guard is single leg X, and that Bruna does as well, because her favorite guard is single leg X, is have a strong single leg X. So this is going to be a super simple video, and I want you to think more conceptually about it than the actual technical application, because you know, sometimes when you get Berimboloed and you're not very comfortable in that position, you tend to panic and you have reactions that might not otherwise be high level, and you kind of become a white belt again if you don't know it, and that's fine. We do that with any position. But if you just have one thing to think of, I think it helps you so much. I've always told people that. If you know nothing in half guard, but somebody tells you just get an underhook, and you do it, you have a fighting chance. So same thing here. So let's assume that Bruna's standing. Okay, we're fighting, right? I get the de la riva, she's trying to pass, I get the collar, I sweep her. Right away, she always grabs the ankle and she gets straight into this super tight single leg X position. Now guys, if you don't know the single leg X, her toes are pointed out, her knee is pinched super tight, and she's clamped so tight, guys. It's one of those things that you have to feel. I've been training with her for 3 years, and I can tell you her best technique is the straight foot lock. Whether she actually succeeds with it or just frustrates her opponent, it's what she does really well, and it works for the Berimbolo. Because at this point, when she's clamped this tight and she's putting the pressure on that ankle, she might not submit me, right? I'm trying to go for the Berimbolo, but I can't really invert. It's going to be hard, and it's going to be risky for me to force the inversion. But what she's done is she's conceded to the sweep. So the only problem with this technique is now I can pull my left leg out, which was the de la riva leg, and I can start to sit up, and I can start to try to pass the single leg X. But again, if you're confident from the single leg X position, which is why it's such a good position, you can sweep them back, right? So another thing is if the guy's good at the Berimbolo, so let's go back in time, and they're able to use their left leg. Let's turn this way. Some people are able to, myself included, I do this a lot because I used to Berimbolo. I can use my left leg to push, right? I'm very good at creating enough space so that I can get my hip up and invert, because what mechanically is stopping me from inverting is this foot. When she puts this foot on the hip and she clamps it really tight, I can't lift my hip up and over, right? I can't go upside down. It's really hard, and I can hurt my foot. In an IBJJF competition, she can't attack my foot with the knee turning inside because it has interior knee rotation and it can hurt their MCL. So she's not allowed to attack my foot going this way, but she can put the position to hold me. Now, will the ref disqualify you? That's IBJJF, so I don't know. They could. I've seen it before. But just be very careful and try to make it, if you're competing under that rule set, noticeable that you're not trying to footlock them. Because the guy might be really, really adamant about inverting, so keep this tight, and he might be trying to do this, and it may look like you're trying to footlock him. But what's happening is this foot is not allowing him to invert. But if the guy's good, and they push this foot, and they can come through and hook, as you invert, you have to be able to go back to the single leg X and know when to do it. So for example, if I start to come upside down, see how she follows? And she comes back to the single leg X? That stops the Berimbolo. It's really hard to continue. But guys, it's not simple, right? Take it with a grain of salt. It's simple to stop it initially, and if they're not able to push your foot off or invert, they'll just get up and you've conceded to a sweep. But if they're privy with their legs and they push this leg off, you just have to climb back on. So one more time. Let's say we're here, right? She's got the single leg X. I'm able to push, right? I push, clear, come. You gotta follow through. And we end up back in this position, guys. And you can keep rolling with the person and end up in this position for a long time. I've done it myself. It's really fun. And I've seen people do it, and her and I have done it. So anyways, guys, This is something I wanted to share with my subscribers. It's not something I've seen taught very often. There's a lot of good Berimbolo defense stuff out there, but this is something that I think is super simple. And I know a lot of my subscribers like the single leg X because they're some of my most viewed videos. I love the single leg X. So if you are a single leg X guy, try this out when they're trying to Berimbolo you. If you're not a single leg X guy, become one and then try this out. No, I'm kidding. If you don't like single leg X, don't play it. But anyways, guys, thanks to my wife Bruna, and thanks to you guys. As usual, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow this channel. Hit that little notification bell so that you're notified whenever I post new stuff. I try to make stuff in segments. Lately, we've been working on the Berimbolo. We've talked about simplifying the Berimbolo leg drag, some Berimbolo defenses, and a bunch of stuff. So keep that notification bell and get notified when I make new stuff. Again, thanks to my wife. Thanks to you guys. You guys rock. Os.